All right, fifth grade, welcome to the second math lesson this week. Look at the second page in your packet that says 5.4 homework. Today we're going to be studying word problems with division. So look at number 2 on your worksheet. That's what we're going to be working with together. All right, today we're going to be reading this word problem. Read it with me. Bananas cost 89 cents each at Bash's'. Ned has $11.75. How many bananas can he buy? All right, now whenever I solve a word problem, I have to follow a few steps. The first step is identify the numbers. What are the numbers involved? 89 cents and $11.75. All right, now I need to identify my operation. Well, since this is a new concept, I'm just going to tell you. We're going to be using division. So let's draw a division bar. Since we're using division now, we need to ask ourselves, well, what is our divisor and what's our dividend? Well, how much money does Ned have total? $11.75. That's going to be the dividend. The divisor is the 89 cents. All right, now when I'm working with this, I need to remember 89 cents tells me how many pennies he has, right? Which means I need to put a decimal point in front of the 89. Now, here's something new that you're going to learn about dividing with decimals. When I divide with decimals, my divisor can't be a decimal number. What? I just made it a decimal number. Well, here's what we have to do. We have to move it over 2 places. All right? Well, now that we've done that, I have to move the decimal on the dividend as well. So let's move that. Ready? 2 places. All right, now that I've went ahead and moved my decimal point, it's after the 9, it's after the 5. Let's erase the old decimal point in the arrows, and we'll see what our new number is. All right, now I have 11,075 divided by 89. And trust me, it's going to get us the same answer. All right, do you remember what we do when we work with division? We have to, ready, say with me, divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Say it again. Divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. All right. Well, what's 1 divided by 89? I hope you're catching on that 1 is smaller than 89, so that's going to be a 0. Let's move over again. What's 11 divided by 89? Again, I hope you see that's smaller than 89, so that's a 0. Well, what about 117 divided by 89? That one's kind of tough. So here's what we're going to do. At the bottom of our paper, I'm going to switch colors, and we're going to do a little bit of something called guess and check. Right? So let's do 89, and let's just double it, times 2. And let's see what that gets us. All right, ready? Let's do some two-step multiplication. 2 times 9 is 16, carry the 1. Nope, that's not right. What's 2 times 9? 2 times 9 is 18. Carry the 1. Good catch. 2 times 8 is 16, plus 1 is 17. All right, so 89 times 2 gets me 178, which is way too big. That's way bigger than 117. So that tells me I need a number smaller than 2, but bigger than 0. You got it. It's going to be 1. All right, let's erase what we did down here. Now, if you're working on paper, you can keep it. That's why I give you all that lined paper in your packets. But, so I have more room on my whiteboard, I'm going to erase it. All right. Well, now that I've divided, I multiply. What's 1 times 89? That's 89. Be sure to line it up correctly, where I'm putting the numbers all in line with this imaginary line here, okay? That way I can subtract correctly. Let's do a little bit of subtraction now. What's 7 subtract 9? Don't say 2. Remember, 7's smaller, so I have to borrow. This becomes a 0. This becomes a 17. 17, take away 9 is 8. 0 take away 8, can't do that. Borrow, this becomes a 0, this becomes a 10. 10 take away 8 is 2. All right, now that I've divided, multiplied, subtracted, now I have to bring down that 5. All right, well, what is 89? Can that fit into 285? Let's see. Well, we already know that 89 times 2 is going to give me 178. Can we get even more than that? Let's try 89 times 3, and let's do it over here this time. 89 times 3. All right, let's do a little bit of two-step multiplication. 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 8 is 24. Plus 2 is 26. I got 267. Hey, that's just a little bit smaller than 285. So let's put 3 up here. Now that we've divided, let's multiply. 3 times 89 is 267. Now that I've multiplied, I'm going to subtract. Remember, on your notebook paper, you can keep all this written down, but I'm just going to erase this two-step multiplication over here so we have a little bit more space to work. All right, let's do a little bit of subtraction now. 5 subtract 7. 5 is smaller, I can't do that. Borrow. 8 becomes a 7. 5 becomes a 15. 15 take away 7 is 8. 7 take away 6 is 1. 2 take away 2 is 1. All right, well, I have a remainder 18, okay? So I'm going to erase my little reminder note over here on how to use that. I'm going to write in a different color, remainder 18. But I'm not done yet. Last week and yesterday, you would have been done already. But since today we're working with a word problem, the final step of solving a word problem is to look at a label. Well, what's the problem asking me? It's asking me how many bananas can Ned buy? And I got 13, remainder 18. Well, if I go to the Bashes, will they allow me to buy just a part of a banana? Will they cut a banana into 18 pieces for me and give me one of them? No, they won't do that. Instead, they'll let me buy 13 bananas and then give me the 18 cents and change. So, how many bananas can Ned buy? He can buy 13 bananas. Let's write that down here. 13 what? 13 bananas. And that is my answer. So remember the steps. Identify the numbers. Divide. Find your answer. And then interpret it. And write your label. 13 bananas. Put that into practice today on 5.4 homework.